guys. Hey, YouTube. I know it's been a minute. It's been a long minute since I did a live. You know that tax season really just creeps up on you, and I swear I plan to do so much more content. I just need to be better at managing my time. And I'm just like everyone else in that sense that we always do so much. So I'm here to tell you guys you're not alone. We're all doing the most, but hang in there because tax season is almost over. I've got some time hanging out at the gym right now. So I'm in this really comfortable chair, and I've just been talking and coaching with so many people recently, and so many things have been coming up. And I just kind of wanted to jump on here and talk about bookkeeping cleanup and give you guys my tips because I feel like that has been really helpful for a lot of people. And that's what I'm here for. So if you're meeting me for the first time, say what's up, drop a comment down below on where you guys are watching. I'm here in Arizona. I'm inside, by the way, which is why I have a sweater on because it's kind of cold in the gym. But it's very warm outside. It's a pool day for us. Excuse me. Anyway, so we're here today, and we are talking about bookkeeping cleanup tips. So let's get started, shall we? Again, if you don't know me and this is your first time meeting me, what's up? My name is Cece, and I have 20 years of accounting background, and I teach bookkeeping to those of you that are trying to learn bookkeeping and change your career, and you have little or no experience. Those of you that are just getting back in, you guys just kind of need to, get a refresher in or something like that. I am the founder and owner of Bookkeeper Bootcamp. And that's my goal, is to be out here to help those of you that are freelancers as well, just like myself, and get through some troubleshooting, get through some mentoring, get through learning how to get new clients. I know some of us get stagnant. I mean, that's pretty much what we're here for you to do. But today we're talking mainly about bookkeeping cleanup because we are in the midst of, we've just passed our March 15th deadline for our partnerships and S Corps for LLC. So if you did that deadline, you made it on time. If not, you are, I guess, overdue, and you're going to need to be filing your taxes as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're going to keep incurring more and more late fees. And if you are going to, want to decrease those late fees, you're going to want to hurry up and get your books cleaned. Anyway, the April 15th tax deadline for personal taxes and sole proprietor taxes, C Corp taxes, and all of the above is right around the corner. And for those of us that are still playing catch up with cleaning up our books so that we can get the proper balance sheets and the proper profit and loss statements together, here's what my tips are for you. So tip number one, we need to definitely get in first and take a look at what the balance sheet looks like for the entire year of 2021. Once you're done with the balance sheet review for the year, you need to go through and look at it month by month. And here's what you're looking for. You're looking for how many cash accounts, sorry, it might get a little loud in here because boys and, working out at the gym. So anyway, I've got time, so I'm here hanging out with you guys. Just so you know, if you guys have any questions about bookkeeping, whether it's cleanup or not, make sure you drop them in the comments below. I'm going to answer any Q&As today that you might have. So let's get back to the topic. You want to find out how many cash accounts a client has. One of the ways I found that is easier for us as bookkeepers and accountants to ask our clients about cash accounts, because they think cash accounts, right? And they think, actual cash on hand, bank account. We're talking in the terms of bank accounts. How many forms of payment and how many ways does a customer have or a client have available to them to make a payment? So that's a great way to ask them straight out about cash accounts and how to figure out how many cash accounts they might have. That'll be a surefire way for you to know if they have, 2 checking accounts, 2 debit card accounts. Do they have a savings account? Do they have credit card accounts? Do they pay things with PayPal or Stripe or Venmo? These are things we need to know because those things that your client buys, they're going to want to take as a write-off, as an expense. But here's the thing. Unless we are going to reconcile that account, they might not be able to take it off as a credit. So there are many different ways we can go about this. At least three ways that I can see us going around doing the how do you say doing the cleanup to include business expenses that a client didn't pay for with their business account. Oh, that was a mouthful. I know. I'm sorry. Everyone's saying hi, and I'm saying hi to the people in our gym. So just bear with me. It's kind of one of those lives that I didn't plan, but I just got off the phone talking to somebody, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Um, and this has a lot to do with commingling accounts. When you commingle accounts and people pay for things with other accounts that we don't recognize as a business account, we can't take that as an expense, because then what will happen is you'll have multiple bank accounts in the assets part of your balance sheet. And when that happens, you don't have the option to reconcile against a statement. And that's the whole point of finding out how many cash accounts they have, because if they don't have the same amount of cash accounts that they actually have like on their balance sheet, you need a statement for each one. Let me see. Oh, I had a question and now it's gone. That's okay. Okay. Just make sure that you guys leave any comments or questions you guys have in the comments. I'm going to answer them as best as I can. So leave them down there below. Hi to Crazy Sexy Cool. What's up? So finding out how many cash accounts they have and reconciling their cash accounts. We need to ask that question. How many options do we have available to us, your client, to pay for things? That'll give you an idea of how many cash accounts they have. And how many transactions per cash account do they have? That part's really important because we need to know how much work we have to do as bookkeepers. And as bookkeepers, we do things transactionally, right? We do things where we are categorizing each transaction as they come in or as they hit the bank account. And that's really important because that's where we're going to find where the expenses break out and how income is broken out into deposits, things like that. So transactionally, bookkeepers operate that way. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable on this chair. It's a massage chair. I'm not using it, so it's kind of uncomfortable. Another tip tip number one was find out how many cash accounts they have by reviewing their balance sheet first and asking the question, how many options of payments do they have when they need to pay something? And that'll tell you how many cash accounts they have, because sometimes simply asking a client, how many cash accounts do you have? It doesn't really work. They don't understand the difference between a cash account and actually having petty cash on hand. So that's a great way to ask your client that. And for those of you that are watching right now, if you can't say, don't worry, I actually have a checklist review that I have available that I'll leave a link to in my description. Or if you go onto my Instagram handle is Bookkeeper Bootcamp. And in my bio, I definitely have the link to my checklist on that link. So just check it out. It's my Bookkeeper client review checklist that I use for bookkeeping cleanup review for basically all my client consultations that are new. And that's kind of what I'm working off of right now. So just, off the top of my head, asking that question about the balance sheet is really important. And then going into number two, how many transactions do you guys have to deal with per cash account? That is really important because that is time. That is, each cash account needs to be, and credit card account, mind you, and credit card account, which is a liability, needs to be reconciled before their tax return can be completed. Because if not, then the balance sheet is wrong and the numbers will be wrong. So if the balance sheet is wrong, I can guarantee that the profit and loss statement will be wrong. Guaranteed, 110%, it's going to be wrong. I've got a question. Let me just stop there real quick. Let me see if I can answer that right now. Questions. How long time do you have to land the first client? How long I have someone that I coach more recently, and for those of you that are new to bookkeeping, learn the skill set level that you guys have to learn first. That that for me is the most important part. Making sure you guys know what you're doing and having the skill set level is the most important part. And after you are after you're comfortable with what skill set and what service you guys can perform, I'd say, and I'm going to dive into this a little bit further at the end of this live, but as you guys are developing your skill, then you guys will know what kind of, hi Carlos, then you guys will know what kind of services you guys can provide. After you know that, I can, maybe like 2 weeks. I have people that land coming out of my boot camps, coming out of mentoring with me, 2 weeks. And I mean, I'm not trying to just do my own horn, but I really try to push that success for you guys that are, in my boot camps and that are in my mentorships, which I call my partnerships. And I'm live now. I'm not gonna lie. Carlos is in there. Carlos is one of them. Huh, Carlos? Tell him, let him know. She left me a really awesome testimonial that you guys can find on my Instagram. Instagram handle is Bookkeeper Bootcamp. And I mean, I'm just out here, you guys, really just trying to make sure that we all succeed. You don't have to spend tons and tons of money to make sure that you're ready. But the one thing I do want to influence is that you should know at least your basics, at least have a certain particular skill set level in place before you guys start taking on clients. Otherwise, reaching out to mentors like myself or anybody that can mentor you, do that. Anyway, back to the topic. Bookkeeping cleanup. What I want you guys to do is I want you to make sure that you're checking out the transactions. That's where I left you guys off at. Make sure that you guys have the right amount of transactions per if your client has 100 transactions in a bank reconciliation, you have to think about how much time it's going to cost you, how much time you're going to put out into reconciling those 100 transactions. Now, imagine they have three forms of payment. I think I'm live. Oh no, I'm not. I think my life stopped. Am I still live? Oh gosh. There we go. Sorry, guys. My phone glitched on me. I'm so sorry. So, don't even know what was happening there. But my explanation about transactions is that if your client has a lot of transactions, you're going to be doing a lot of work. If your client has 100 transactions per cash account and they have 3 cash accounts, okay, and I'm talking about monthly, 100, um, thanks, Carlos, 100 transactions per month, okay, monthly, per cash account. Say they have 3 cash accounts. It's 300 transactions a month that you guys have to do. Yeah, times that by a whole year that you're doing a cleanup for. Then you know how much you guys will be doing. Then you guys can quote accordingly. How much you guys want to quote, that's a whole different topic sometimes, but my tip for you is to make sure that you guys are not charging hourly and that you're charging in a package format, so that you don't penalize yourself for getting work done quicker. And that's why I do that. If I personally myself, I teach my new bookkeeping cleanup program to teach people like myself. I do it within 2 weeks. If I can dedicate 2 weeks to a client's books, I can have their bookkeeping cleanup done in 2 weeks or less. If you've got that kind of time and you've got that kind of cleanup process, then you will know that doing a whole year's worth of reconciliations and a whole year's worth of bookkeeping cleanup in 2 weeks is well worth your time. So don't undercut yourself and have your clients charge you hourly, because you're not going to make a lot of money, like at all. So if you guys have questions, leave them in the comments. We have reached this part where we are going to, what's up? We're going to answer questions. Sorry, it's gym time. Everyone's here. So I'm not working out. Clearly I'm just relaxing, getting my relax in, right? All right. So anyone questions? I got some viewers here. If you're jumping on and you've got some bookkeeping questions, whether it's about cleanup, whether it's about marketing, how to get clients, what have you, now is the time. Drop me some questions, because we're talking about bookkeeping cleanup tips. And if you weren't watching in the beginning, my first tip is to check out the balance sheet. Make sure that the balance sheet in the assets, all of the cash accounts are correct, and asking the question to your client, how many forms of payment do they have available to them when they need to make a payment? That's how you're going to know if they have debit cards, credit cards, X amount of bank checking accounts or savings accounts, credit card accounts, because you have to reconcile each and every one of those. Also, it will help you find out if they commingle their expenses or their bank accounts. Anyway, second tip is that you guys find out how many transactions per account they have per month, per statement, because statement is a month, right? So how many transactions they have per cash account per statement. Rope that all together, and then you guys are able to build out your quotes. Those are my tips for you guys today. I will try to be on tomorrow or as soon as I can to give you guys more tips. It's just a lot easier right now during the crazy tax season time to jump on lives instead of making videos. But if you guys have any requests for any other videos and live Q&As, just drop me a line at my email, bookkeeperbootcamp@gmail.com, or leave a comment down below for any questions that you guys might have for videos that you guys want me to cover for topics, or any questions that you guys have. Honestly, just throw them out there. Your comments help make me give out good content. So keep in touch. If you guys want to get a hold of me for mentoring, for coaching, for boot camps, things like that, reach out to me with the email at bookkeeperbootcamp@gmail.com. Jump on Instagram. You guys can leave me a message, direct message there. Just get a hold of me any way you can, and let's work. Let's work together. Let's make sure that you guys are out there being successful. I don't want to see anyone stuck in any precarious situations that, make you guys lose more money. And, it might put your businesses in jeopardy. If you guys like this video, smash that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.